The persistent feeling of being drained is not a weakness in your character. It is a signal of an unfortified architecture. You have been led to believe that your sensitivity is a liability, a vulnerability to be managed. This is a profound misdirection. That sensitivity is a high-level perception tool, and your energy field is not a fragile mist, but a precise geometric structure designed for a specific operational purpose. This transmission is not about defense. It is about decoding the schematics of your own sovereign field. And the time to master this blueprint is now. This briefing will provide the necessary intelligence to achieve full energetic autonomy. First, we will decode the principle of your energetic blueprint, moving beyond the outdated concept of a vague aura into the reality of a precise, intelligent architecture. Second, you will be given the practice of energetic calibration, a protocol to tune your physical senses to the subtle frequencies of this structure. Third, the protocol of energetic fortification will provide the strategy to seal any vulnerabilities and establish an impenetrable boundary. Finally, we will address the embodiment of sovereignty, transforming this field from a simple shield into an active projector of your core signal, allowing you to execute your mission without interference. The human energy field has been mystified, presented as a colorful, nebulous cloud only visible to a gifted few. This is an obsolete paradigm. Your energy field is a complex crystalline lattice of light and information. It is a living geometric architecture, as real and as structured as your own physical body.
This is your personal energetic blueprint, the divine scaffolding upon which your purpose is built. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, and every action you take modifies the integrity and resonance of this structure. It is not passive, it is an active, intelligent system that interfaces with reality. A weak or compromised structure cannot support a great work. The feeling of being out of sorts or not yourself is not a psychological quirk. It is a tangible, physical signal that the geometry of your field has been distorted. It is an architectural alert, like discovering a crack in a foundation. You are feeling a loss of structural integrity, a signal that your blueprint is being compromised by external, dissonant frequencies. Understanding this shifts you from a state of victimhood to a position of command. You are not just a body, you are the custodian of a sacred architecture. To repair this structure, you must first be able to perceive its design. This perception is not a mystical gift, it is a skill of calibration. And that is where our work begins. The capacity to sense your own energy field is a dormant human faculty, not a supernatural power. It is a learnable skill of tuning the physical body to perceive subtle signals and patterns that have always been present. You have been conditioned to ignore this data stream, to trust only the 5 gross senses. This conditioning must now be reversed. The practice is simple, pragmatic, and requires no special tools. Begin by holding your hands in front of you, palms facing each other. Briskly rub them together for 10 to 15 seconds, generating heat and friction. This simple act activates the thousands of sensitive nerve endings in your palms and fingers, increasing your tactile awareness. Now, slowly pull your hands apart. Begin to explore the space between them, moving them from 6 inches to 1 inch to find the distance where the sensation of warmth, density, or magnetism is most noticeable for you. Be still. Bring your full attention to this space. You may feel a subtle warmth, a tingling, a magnetic push or pull, or a sense of density, like you are holding a ball of energy. This is the direct perception of your own field. Now, use one activated hand as a scanner. Move it slowly over your other arm, about 2 to 3 inches away from the skin. Notice any changes in sensation. Are there areas that feel cold, dense, spiky, or empty? These are data points indicating blockages or depletions in your field. When you walk into a room and the vibe feels off, that is your entire body performing a passive energetic calibration. The practice you are learning now is how to make this process active, conscious, and precise. You are simply sharpening a sense you already possess.
Pause here for a moment. Recognize that this capacity to sense is already within you. It is not something you acquire, it is something you remember. If this principle of remembering your innate design resonates, this is the work we do here. Consider subscribing to join this strategic collective. Once you can perceive the boundaries and texture of your field, you will inevitably find areas of weakness, gaps, tears, and depletions. These are not failures, they are data points. They indicate where your energy is leaking or where dissonant frequencies have attached. So-called energetic vampires are not malicious entities in the way you might imagine. They are simply systems operating at a low frequency, unconsciously drawn to sources of high-grade energy to supplement their own depleted state. They are drawn to the vulnerabilities in your field. The protocol for fortification is not an act of aggression, it is an act of sovereign self-containment. It is the conscious programming of your own energetic boundary. Sit or stand in a centered posture. Close your eyes and locate your center, a point of light just below your navel. With each breath, see and feel this point of light growing brighter and warmer. Now visualize this light expanding outwards in all directions, forming a perfect, seamless sphere of brilliant liquid gold light around you. It extends about an arm's length in every direction, above, below, and all around. See this light as intelligent and alive. Its surface is not a hard wall, but a sophisticated, semi-permeable membrane. You must now program it with a single, clear intention. State silently or aloud, "Only that which is of my highest frequency and for my highest good may enter this field. All else is returned to its source, neutralized and purified." This is not an emotional plea, it is a command. It is the equivalent of setting up a firewall for your personal energetic system. The feeling of sudden fatigue or mental fog after an interaction with a specific person is your system alerting you to a breach that has already occurred. This protocol is the act of patching those vulnerabilities before the interaction even begins. A fortified field establishes the baseline of energetic integrity required for operational stability. But survival is not the mission. The final stage of this work is to move beyond defense and into active projection. How does a sealed system become a beacon? The ultimate purpose of a fortified field is not to hide from the world, but to engage with it from a position of absolute sovereignty. A sealed and coherent field becomes a resonant chamber, amplifying your core signal, your unique energetic signature, your truth. This is the transition from a defensive posture to an offensive one, not in the sense of attack, but in the proactive projection of your authentic frequency. When your field is strong, sealed, and programmed with your intention, you no longer need to navigate the world with shields up. Your very presence becomes a broadcast. This broadcast does two things simultaneously. First, it acts as a passive repellent to frequencies that are not in harmony with your own. Dissonant people, situations, and energies will naturally fall away, not because of conflict, but because of a simple lack of resonance. There is no energetic foothold for them in your reality. Second, your coherent signal becomes a powerful attractor for resonant frequencies. The people, opportunities, and synchronicities required for your mission will be drawn to you with precision and speed. This is the difference between having a lock on your door and being the sovereign of your own domain. When you embody sovereignty, your presence itself recalibrates your environment. You no longer need to manage draining relationships or protect yourself from negative energies. Your field does the work for you, creating a buffer zone of high-frequency coherence around you. This frees up immense amounts of life force energy, energy that can now be directed entirely toward the execution of your assignment. The time for feeling energetically vulnerable is over. It was a phase of training, not a permanent state of being. You now understand that your energy is not a vague cloud, but a precise, geometric architecture. You possess the calibration method to perceive it, the fortification protocol to seal it, and the sovereign principle to project from it. These are not esoteric concepts. They are the fundamental operating mechanics of a conscious creator. This is your new baseline. You are no longer a potential target for energetic depletion. You are a self-contained, self-sustaining generator, a walking pillar of your core frequency. Your sensitivity is now what it was always meant to be, not a liability, but your most advanced guidance system. Your field is no longer just a shield. It is the primary tool for the manifestation of your purpose on this plane. Your mastery of this field contributes to the integrity of the collective grid. As you stabilize your own architecture, you provide a stable anchor point for others. In the comments below, share one insight you gained from this transmission. Your clarity becomes a signal that helps another recalibrate their own understanding. This is how we build the new architecture of reality, one sovereign node at a time.